Hello, followers of Alicorn Syndicate. I am Luna, and this is my video Q&A. I'm one of the guys in the group. Second question is... I am originally from Wisconsin, the southeastern part of Wisconsin. I was born here, I was raised here. I left, went in the Air Force, and now I'm out of the Air Force, so I'm back in Wisconsin. And yeah, cold. It varies from cold to hot to rainy to snowy. No, I do not. When I was in high school, I attempted to learn Spanish. I dropped out after the first semester of Spanish 2. I didn't like it that much. Sometime in the future, I will be at least attempting to learn Japanese. Because I don't think learning anime is a good way to do it. But I love language, I love writing it, so eventually I'm going to learn that after I get everything else organized. I met Celestia when I was in the Air Force. After basic military training and tech school, I got sent to Little Rock Air Force Base to do my job. I was there for a month or two, and Celestia was also sent. Base, same job as me. He stayed in the same dorm building as me, so we started talking, and he's a great guy. He's fun to hang around with. He augments my insanity, because his insanity, or mad scientist, is contagious. It's kind of fun and awesome. Except it's kind of dulling out for me right now. I need to meet up with him again. As for Twilight and Cadence, I haven't met Twilight in person, but I've played with him on Xbox a lot, and he is friends with Celestia. And I met Twilight through playing games with Celestia. As for Cadence, I haven't met him in real life, and I don't believe I've played with him on Xbox yet. He also knows Twilight and Celestia. My current path at the moment is college. I have an appointment with the advisor for the course I'll be taking in college, and I am job hunting like crazy because I need to also continue making money. But I am looking forward very much to going to college. In my spare time, which is quickly diminishing because of college, getting everything for that set up, getting paperwork and transcripts, I like to either play video games. Currently, I am focused on Defiance, and when I get kind of bored with that, I jump over to Black Ops 2. If I'm not playing Xbox, I am either on my computer watching anime or reading manga, or I am practicing the piano, as you can see right here. Still suck horribly at it. It is very hard to learn, much harder than I originally thought. However, I enjoy the challenge. It's fun learning. If I'm not doing any of those, I am either writing my book / fanfic, one of the two, or if it's summer, I am out riding my mountain bike. I have a couple answers for this one, and it goes all the way back. The answers go all the way back to when Toonami was still airing during the week, and that's all I watched. Whenever I got home from school, Mom and Dad were still at work. I would watch Toonami. It was the greatest thing ever. And my favorite shows on there were Thundercats, Sailor Moon. Yes, like Sailor Moon. It's awesome. And Dragon Ball Z, obvious answer. Because Dragon Ball Z is completely awesome. And one other show that few people actually remember, it was called Reboot. And I have been actively hunting for the show so I could rewatch it for a long time. I have not had any success, but I will keep going, and I will either buy it or find it online. I will watch it because I absolutely love that show. It was very well done. It was cartoony yet serious and action. It was just well done. I loved it. I would have to say Simgratina. Simgratina makes excellent mixes to all the songs of the show, and they're great. And behind Simgratina would have to be The Living Tombstone and The Cirque Flourish. The thing with me and fanfics is I don't actively look for them. On the Question Daily, they have story updates where they post either new stories or updates to previous stories that are popular. And if one catches my interest, I'll read it. I haven't found one yet that is an absolute must-read for me. But there have been a couple interesting ones. However, my favorite fanfic is going to have to be my own. As I stated in a previous post, it's a fanfic about the creation of the elements of harmony. The inspiration for this came from a dream that was about My Little Pony. And when I woke up from this dream, I remembered it vividly, every single detail, and I wanted to write it because it was just such a great story, and just seeing it makes it so much better. So I'm going to write it. It's going to be awesome. And it alone, just the story, is going to be a great read. And Celestial, once he gets his art skills satisfactory to himself, will be drawing it. Now, when he's going to draw it, after he gets his art skills up to par, I don't know. He has a couple of things he has to draw first. It's his decision, and I'm not going to say anything about it. If he's drawing it, he can draw however he wants, whenever he wants. My only demand is it's awesome. That's it. Doesn't matter what style, as long as it's awesome. But yeah, my fanfic will always be my favorite. At least until I write one that I like even more. But until then, creation of elements of harmony, my favorite. Mostly I find my art on DeviantArt. They have a lot of very good pieces of art. And I also go on Question Daily and look for their trust friends and see what they have there. And majority of the time, all of it is good, and I will save it and post it on the page at some point in time. They also have nightly updates, which mainly consist of videos or even more artwork, and I always look for those especially the videos, 'cause there's some people make some really good videos. I'm going to have to split this question up into categories because I cannot single out a pony as my favorite. So the first category is Alicorns. My favorite Alicorn is Princess Eva. The main reason being is she is the one that governs the night. I am a big night person. I am nocturnal vampire, however you want to look at it. I love the night. The thing I love most about the night is the stars. I just love staring at them for a long period of time. It helps me focus because my thought process tends to fragment into many pieces and I have a hard time focusing on one thing. So every now and then I'll just go outside and sit there and stare at the stars for a while. It helps me focus on a single thing, and that's interpreting what I'm seeing. Interpreting the beauty of what I'm seeing, and the complexity as well. And there have been a few times where one of them was in New York. Surprisingly, I was in New York when I was still in the Air Force. I went there with a friend over July 4th, and one of the nights I was there, I was sitting outside having smoke, and I looked up and I saw more stars than I've ever seen. It was just breathtaking. It was holy cow. I can't put it in words. It was just beautiful, beautiful. And I want to see that again, which is also why I actively keep an eye on the skies, because I'm hoping to see that sight again, because it was just awe-inspiring. But I saw that in New York. It's weird. It really is weird. But anyway, next category would be favorite of the main characters. My favorite main character is Rainbow Dash. Reason why Rainbow Dash is my favorite is because of the loyalty aspect. I am a very loyal person, at least consider myself a very loyal person, and I always will be. I will never abandon any of my friends, ever. And other reason why I like Rainbow Dash so much is her athleticism. I'm a very athletic person. I may not look it, but I am. And I enjoy it, so her athleticism is the other reason why I like her so much. And the third category would be background ponies. For the background ponies, I am in a stalemate between Vinyl Scratch and Octavia. They are both awesome. I love them both, and I can't choose between one of those two as my favorite. Best princess is Luna. All day, every day. She rocks. Always best princess. It was very weird how I ended up into the show. When me and Celestia were still in the Air Force, he got into the show when he was in the Air Force. When we were on breaks during work, or when there was nothing to do during work, he would try and show me some stuff from My Little Pony. And as soon as I heard My Little Pony, I said, no. It's ponies. I'm not going to watch it. Hell no. But he insisted on, alright, fine. I'll watch clips. I'm not going to watch the show, but I'll watch certain parts. I don't know. It's me being weird again. But he was showing me parts like Nightmare Moon and Celestia, the show, getting your butt kicked by Chrysalis. I did like that part, it was kind of cool. Anyway, but when he showed me Nightmare Moon, I instantly loved Nightmare Moon. Still didn't watch the show after that, but I love Nightmare Moon. And when I was browsing the internet, I came across some really, really good artwork. And I liked it, so I started browsing the artwork. Still never watched the show, and I didn't start watching it until we made the page. Reason being is, when I got out of the Air Force, at that time, I did like My Little Pony, but I still hadn't watched the show. But from what Lestia showed me, on little bits and pieces, I liked it. So, I was gonna watch it, but I never got around to it, and when we decided to make the page, I said, you know what? I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna watch all of it. Found a site online that had all the episodes, and started watching it. And instantly fell in love with it. It's well done, the story's solid, it's funny, characters are great. It was just awesome. I fell in love with it more. And that's how I got into the show. And would I choose any other way to get into the show? Yeah, I would have watched it sooner. That's about the only thing I would change. I would have watched it sooner. Other than that, I'm happy with the way I got into the show. And thank you, Celestia, for getting me into the show. Greatest thing ever.
My favorite games would be the Dragon Age series. Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age Awakening, if I recall the title correctly, were done very well. Dragon Age 2 was outshined. Dragon Age 2 outshined Origins easily. It's a great game. Stayed up all night just to beat it. Beat it in one day. And my other favorite game would have to be Dragon's Dogma and the Spyro series. Dragon's Dogma was very well done. Its graphics may not have been the best, but it was a very well done game. As for Spyro, I love all the Spyro series. It's just glorious. And then any other shows I'm into. I don't watch TV all that much. I'm mainly on my Xbox or computer, and when I start college, I'm gonna barely have any time for that. Anyway, however, I do love Mythbusters and NCIS. Those shows are great. And as for anime, there's a couple new ones that are airing right now that have caught my interest. But my all-time favorite anime would be Rasatan. The story was done great, and it had a great ending. I own it, and I always watch it. Had watched it many times.
And that is the last of the questions. I will go right ahead and apologize for any mumbling. I am a very bad mumbler. I've been trying to break that habit for a long time. It is very difficult, but it's a lot better than it was before. Anyway, I also apologize if the quality of my editing is not as good as you might have thought it would be. This is my first video that I've edited, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and this is Luna, signing off. Patience had to fade, don't you see that there is vengeance in my eyes?